Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Valerie Z, the founder of Spiritual Cardio, a 10-week group coaching program that teaches women how to make peace with their inner truth and practice self-love, where we heal in community by interrogating our inner demons until they lose power over us. I'm bringing you the powerful spiritual practices that helped birth my transformation because I want the same for you. I'm going to teach you how to build a love story with yourself and your inner child. So let's go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Spiritual Cardio, where I'll be enticing you to go deep within yourself, aka do your inner work. I'm taking you on a spiritual journey so that you can discover the joy that resides within you, the joy that doesn't need anything else other than your open heart. No chemicals or external sources. I'm talking about inner peace. The ability to self-soothe without numbing. It's joy felt regularly for the simple things in our lives. It's emotional freedom because you made peace with the story that wounded you. It's gratitude for all that you have, all that you are, even the story that built your resilience. It's love of self on a spiritual level because you're aligned with your soul. It's being confident and humble enough to take accountability for your actions. It means you have a healed heart and you're no longer running from something inside of you. It means you're whole. With spirituality, you can tap into another dimension. It's a divine universe. And when your heart feels its pulse, when you've aligned your heart, mind, and soul, it feels so beautiful that you want to shed tears of joy. Beyond all the noise, it's there for all of us. You find the love you've been seeking. You find God and grace. You're in for a wild ride because inner work is a journey into your rebirth. It's messy and it's beautiful. And along the way, I'm going to keep it real and raw and be completely vulnerable. That's why I call this relatable spirituality. Because I am imperfect. And so are you. Let's just keep it real. But we can fuel our strengths by making peace with our weaknesses and soar. You just have to be willing to go there and stay true to you. Who would you be if you weren't masking pain? Who would you be if you didn't hold profound resentments in your heart? Who would you be if you didn't carry the heavy burden of shame? I want to help you with that because I've been there. Inner work isn't a magic pill because it's not immediate, but you will experience magic as you heal. The work you do snowballs and contributes to your transformation. It elevates your energy. Your spirit begins to come alive. You experience joy more often. And I'm not talking about synthetic happiness. I'm talking about joy at the core of you. You are so worth the effort that you put into your spiritual practice. You plant seeds and slowly your life begins to change. You just have to do the work wholeheartedly. Those seeds will bloom. And before you know it, your life is changing. So pay attention to the small miracles that'll start happening, the blessings that come your way. I was never spiritual before, but I am a faithful believer of God. I couldn't ignore the blessings after I started my inner work. Side note though, some blessings come with thorns. But if you're willing to dissect those thorns, you're going to be surprised at what God can do with challenging situations and your cooperation. To truly love yourself is to actively love God because you are God's creation. Even your darkest parts, your human side, is meant to teach you compassion and mercy, not to excuse it, but to learn from it and be a better human being. There's powerful lessons in everything. You've got to be curious, you've got to be courageous, and be willing to learn about yourself and your story. Have compassion for your heart that's been through so much. That's inner work. Inner work is a ride into those painful scars that you tried to forget. But they drive your behavior. The behavior that you're beginning to notice is hurting you, and maybe those around you. Do you abandon your needs? Why don't you respect your body more? You know how you're going to feel after you drink. You know how you're going to feel after you eat that. You know how you're going to feel after you buy that. You know how you're going to feel after you lose your temper. But you do it anyway. With inner work, you're deeply exploring why you do those things that you know are going to hurt you. Deeply reflective questions lead to painful answers. But you can't heal what you're hiding. It needs to be revealed. It needs to be brought to the light so you can heal it. And invoking God's help makes it easier. Whatever your belief system or religion is, pray to that God, to your God. I believe nothing gets accomplished in the dark unless you're moving towards the light. Inner work shines that light. Honesty will set you free because it's going to lead you to your core wounds. And some of us have been in survival mode for so long and numb that we don't realize they drive our behavior. Hey ladies, are you curious about doing your inner work but don't know where to start? Do you distract yourself from inner discomfort? Are you afraid of being alone with yourself? If so, then Spiritual Cardio Group Coaching may be for you. At Spiritual Cardio, we heal in community, where we can be vulnerable and raw. Because when one woman speaks her truth, she begins to heal, and she opens the door for another woman to speak hers. Head over to valeriezapeta.com to learn more and register for an upcoming session. You can also read the powerful testimonials from previous clients. And if you're not quite ready to do your inner work, I invite you to subscribe to my newsletter. Every week I'll send you some nuggets of wisdom to help you along your journey. Now back to the show. So I have questions for you. Are you afraid of being alone with yourself? with your thoughts and emotions? Do you distract yourself from inner discomfort with alcohol, drugs, toxic relationships, food, shopping, etc.? Do you find yourself doing things that cause you pain later? What are the reoccurring patterns that leave you picking up the pieces? Do you truly love yourself? Does your life reflect that? Inner work is like peeling back the layers of an onion. It'll have you crying from the fumes. And at the core are the things we've been running from. It's uncomfortable. And healing doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey into the center of your heart. It takes commitment. And the reality is, time is going to go by anyway. So why not do your inner work? I started my journey in January of 2014. And spiritual cardio would not be possible had I not started. So 2, 3, 5 years are going to go by anyway. So striving to be the best version of you, the healed version of you, is well worth it. You're worth it. I know inner work is scary because it's like entering uncharted waters. But in the depths of uncertainty, you find the core of your heart underneath all the mud. The heart whose pain you've been desperately trying to drown. That heart which contains your God-given grace and the compassion for all God is revealing to you. That which needs healing and requires room to breathe is what needs your attention. And once it's processed, you begin to feel hopeful for tomorrow and joyful in the present. You just need to give yourself permission to heal today. Today. So you might be wondering, who am I? I am a woman who got utterly tired of the cycle of pain. I am a woman who learned that her rock bottoms were trying to tell her she was not in alignment with who she was meant to be. And I decided to look at myself without any buffers, filters, ego, or excuses. I decided to surrender to the truth of me. I literally started asking myself the toughest questions. The questions that were going to expose my most painful memories that were buried in my heart. They were deeply challenging questions, but they were empowering. The answers to those questions were the key. I was willing to be honest with myself and put everything on the table and sift through it because I was so tired of the cycle of self-destruction. I am a leader. I am a warrior soul. I am a writer. All of spiritual cardio is my content. It's derived from my heart and soul and life experiences, my deepest joy and pain. I'm a woman who's courageous enough to bleed onto the page and so comfortable with my vulnerability to share it all with you. I am a woman who isn't afraid of change and growth, even if it hurts, even if it means standing alone. I am a woman who did the tough inner work, who's still flawed. Yet I'm here to share my story with you, to empower you to do yours. The truth is, we all have gifts, and this work will help you tap into yours. I'll leave you with this. Loving yourself doesn't mean nursing your wounds forever. It means transcending them by accepting them and learning from them to move forward. That's all I have for this episode. I will be dropping an episode bi-weekly for now. If you want to hear from me between episodes, sign up for my newsletter at valeriezapeta.com. If you want to support my work, share this episode with a friend or two. This is Valerie Z. I'll see you guys next time. Hey, thank you for showing up and spending some time with me. If you loved this episode, please make sure to subscribe. And for exclusive content, you can sign up for my newsletter at valeriezapeta.com. I'll see you guys at the next show.